Extras. In this video I'm just going to show you how you can add a colourful shadow design to a brush stroke. And the brush I'm going to use is from Graphic Extras, so I'm just going to quickly apply that. I'm going to apply it as a layer, so just going to go layer, new layer, apply the brush stroke, and there's the brush design, just apply that. Of course you could use any other brush design. What I'm going to do next is actually going to convert it to a smart object. Reason being, you can then modify the design later on, so there, turn it into a smart object. So I can now apply effects and various things to that, and it doesn't affect the underlying brush stroke. Right, going to go over here, select, load selection, click OK. So I've got the selection there. Actually, what I'm going to do now is add a fill, new fill layer, gradient, click OK. I'm going to make a colourful one there. This one's one of the Graphic Extras ones, but of course you could use any gradient. Click OK. Now this is a layer, so it's a layer just like any other layer. I can also apply adjustment layers to it. So layer, new adjustment layer, and I'm going to go for curves. But you could go for any of these other ones. There's loads of various things. If you want to make it black and white, modify that, or invert. But I'm just going to go for curves. Makes nice colourful changes there. And you can tweak and modify the actual, anything underneath is modified, but only while you have it separate. So I'm just going to, what I'm now going to go do, I'm just going to combine that layer, the fill and the curves together, and turn that into a smart object. So smart objects convert to smart object. Now I can apply filters to that, so I can just go to, these are smart filters as well, so you can modify those at any point as well. So blur, Gaussian blur, and I can actually move that design around, so I don't have to keep it in that same position. You can see it's just a layer itself. Also you can apply various perspective warp, say. So just apply a layout, just select that, drag that over there, drag that there, there. Then click warp and warp the actual curve and fill content. Now you can see all you have to do to make it into a shadow design, just put this one above. Now you can also, it's still a layer, this curves one, just go over here, layer, layer start, drop shadow. So you can actually add a drop shadow to the drop shadow to create even more interesting combinations there. And you could actually maybe make a whole multiple layers of shadows. Click OK. Still, this effect can be modified at any point. So if you actually decide I don't want that butterfly design, you can actually just double click on all these various, double click here, you've actually got the design here, which you can of course change and add a different design here. Now just remove that, of course. You would have to then make a complication of just removing that, adding another brush stroke, and then obviously adding the various curves, etc. onto and various fills on top of that. Obviously I've used the same brush stroke, but I could use different brush stroke there. And you just go over here, select, load selection, click OK, and then of course just new gradient. OK, click on that and change the colour there, and then go back. Okay, I'm not going to do that. Still got the curve design above as well, that's still applied, but I'm going to not do that, so I don't want to do that, so don't save. So there you have it, basically. And you can also of course modify this brush stroke as well, obviously to keep it the same brush stroke beneath, otherwise you have a different brush to the blur, which wouldn't be so good. Hope you found this tutorial of interest.